So, a common question I often receive is whether you need a phlebotomy certification to perform DNA testing. For those unfamiliar, a phlebotomist is a trained healthcare professional who specializes in drawing blood for medical tests, transfusions, donations, or research. Their primary responsibility is to collect blood samples in a safe, hygienic manner while ensuring the patient's comfort. Because let's face it, getting poked by a needle isn't exactly the highlight of anyone's day. So, do you need a phlebotomist certification? Well, the short answer is it really depends on the type of test. If we're talking about a cheek swab test, like a paternity test or ancestry test, then no, you do not need a phlebotomist certification because these tests don't involve blood draws. Just a quick swab and you're done. Honestly, most DNA tests in this industry don't require phlebotomists at all. So again, phlebotomy certification is only necessary for tests that involve drawing blood, such as gender reveal tests or non-invasive prenatal paternity tests. Now, I admit, I don't have a phlebotomist certification. To handle blood draws, I took a different approach. I posted a job listing on Indeed, seeking a registered nurse, and spelled out exactly what I needed: skilled, professional, and experienced in yielding a needle. After interviewing candidates, I created a roster of different nurses. Now I have a reliable roster of nurses who can handle the blood draws when needed. When a client requests a test that requires blood collection, I contact a nurse from my roster and coordinate their availability with the client. Here's the clever part: I don't tell the nurse when to show up. I ask the nurse when they're available, and then I relay that to the client. This approach allows me to classify my nurses as 1099 independent contractors, ensuring they retain control over their schedules and work arrangements. For the gender reveal test, I charge $300, and for a non-invasive prenatal paternity test, I charge $1,500. I pay the nurse $70 for the blood draw. I specifically hire registered nurses, not phlebotomists, because in my experience, many people feel more comfortable with a registered nurse doing their blood draw. They prefer not to have a medical assistant or phlebotomist, but rather a registered nurse who also brings experience in areas beyond just blood draws. That's why I've decided on this way of doing things. And there you have it. That's how you make it work without a phlebotomist certification. Or at least that's how I do.